I'm a 51-year-old widow, and I care for my 89-year-old mother. My mom's condition started out as early stages dementia, as the umbrella term. For her, it's about being very present in a moment. For me, it's far more a journey of a reflection of who I am as an individual and personal growth related to that, how I handle patience and impatience, how I handle loss of freedom versus a very specific duty of love and caregiving. I came to provide care for my mom probably through a continuum of time. She lived in Florida for a number of years, and we were notified by neighbors as well as her, flagging some changes. And then she felt the urge to move closer to one of her children.
I prefer to live with Maureen. It's part of the family. And I'm way up in age, so I prefer to have somebody of the family. You don't like to live alone all the time.
My brothers took the lead in going to her former home and packing it in its entirety.
I think it was the first step in saying goodbye. And it was very difficult and painful to say goodbye to a woman who had been so independent, very fast, full of energy. In fact, our nickname for her was the Energizer Bunny. And to go from that to she will no longer be independent. And I think that's the most difficult piece.
What I provide for my mom and the impact on my personal time right now at this stage of the disease, her moderate dementia, is managing a routine, managing her safety and respect and well-being, and allowing her independence within that routine and that model. The support model that my brothers and I have cobbled together, since they're geographically remote to my mother and I, has grown over time, but it really works well, and it's a mix of them visiting regularly. So every 3 months, 1, 2, or all 3 of them show up for a week, and I leave normally and get a respite trip.
They come and visit anytime they have time, or when there's some holidays, we all get together.
At the time that my mom moved into this area about 5 years ago, she moved into an independent living facility, and I maintained my career for about 1 year to 2 years after that, because I was able to visit with her and maintain the balance. But as the disease of dementia progressed within her, it became apparent that I was going to have to make a choice, and I chose to step out of my career path at that time and stop working completely. Having the support services, for example, the adult day center that Mom attends, has been a wonderful support structure, quality of life-wise, for both of us, for my mother and for myself. It allows her to maintain some level of stimulation in an appropriately trained and effective environment for her dementia. And it allows me, I like to say, the emotional and intellectual bandwidth to take my eye off her and focus my thoughts and intellect on doing something else without the worry, without the radar that tends to follow you around as a caregiver. It's constantly on. And so it allows it to go into relief a good bit and let me really focus on whatever is my school work, some volunteer work I do, because I know she's cared for appropriately.